On September 11th, 2001, the world watched as 4 planes were taken from the sky. But weeks later, airport staff claimed they were still hearing one of them, requesting permission to land. This is the story of the flight that never came home. Travel is meant to be about discovery, about crossing borders, seeing new horizons. But on September 11th, 2001, the skies themselves became a place of terror. This is the story of one flight, a journey that began like any other, but never found its way home, and the strange, chilling mysteries that linger long after it vanished from the sky. That morning, the skies over America were busy, more than 4,000 airplanes, each one carrying people with their own hopes, plans, and stories. The sun had only just begun to rise on the East Coast, casting a gentle light over the clouds. In airports, life moved as it always did. Parents hugged their children, business travelers hurried to their gates, students waved goodbye, ready to start a new chapter far from home. Among them were the passengers of 4 flights. Flights that seemed ordinary in every way. They carried coffee cups, small suitcases, and quiet dreams. No one could know that within hours, these planes would become part of one of the darkest days in modern history. One of those flights was United Airlines Flight 175. It was the morning of September 11th, 2001. United Flight 175 prepared to leave Boston for Los Angeles. On board were people from all walks of life, a couple on their way to a wedding, tourists eager to see America, and business travelers chasing new deals. The cabin crew smiled, the kind of smiles that come from years of helping strangers feel safe high above the clouds. To the passengers, this was just another journey. The day began like any other. A coffee at the gate, the shuffle of boarding passes, the soft thud of luggage in the overhead bin. No one could know that this flight, meant to end under the warm California sun, would instead become part of a dark chapter in history. A trip that began in the ordinary would soon drift into the unimaginable. It was 8:14 in the morning when Flight 175 lifted into the clear Boston sky. The takeoff was smooth, just like thousands of flights before it. Passengers settled in, some reading, some watching the clouds drift by. At 8:42, the crew spoke to air traffic control for the last time. It sounded routine, but minutes later, the radios went silent. The plane had changed course, its new path aimed toward New York City. At 9:03 a.m., the unimaginable happened. Flight 175 collided with the South Tower of the World Trade Center. Millions saw it unfold live on television. In that moment, the morning's calm was shattered, and the world was forever changed. In the days after the attacks, the skies over America went quiet. Every plane was grounded. Airports felt empty, almost like the world had stopped breathing. Departure boards showed just one word: canceled. But at Boston Logan Airport, workers saw something that didn't make sense. At one gate, the screen still read, UA 175, on time. Hours after the tragedy, even when they tried to reset it, the words stayed, frozen in place. Then, something even stranger. Some ground crew said they heard a faint voice on the radio. It called itself Flight 175, asking for permission to land. This was days later. No plane was there, and the signal could never be traced. Was it just a mistake in the system, or something far stranger? People have told stories for years. Ghost ships sailing back after decades, empty planes found in the middle of jungles, passengers sitting quietly as if time had stopped. But this was not the same. Everyone knew where Flight 175 had ended that terrible day. There was no question about it. And yet, somehow, in Boston, it felt like the plane had never left. Its shadow still seemed to pass through the air, as if a part of it had stayed behind, waiting. 24 years have passed, but the weight of that day still lingers, felt in quiet moments across the world. Families remember, friends remember, and in certain dimly lit airport bars, old pilots lean in close and tell the story. They say, on a foggy night near Boston, if you turn your radio to just the right frequency, you might hear it, a steady voice, calm, professional, asking for clearance to land. But no flight number matches, no call sign exists. It's just a voice from a journey that began long ago and never found its way home. Some journeys never end, and some never should.